Starting the recording.
Welcome back, everybody. It is World 1-1 Podcast. I am your host, Larry the Bearded Wonder. With me, as always, is Eddie Nestle Head V. We're without Corey this weekend, or this week, as he is off doing anniversary things, apparently. Yes. He is on, we'll call it he's on house arrest. Yes. He can't come out and play with his friends.
Yes.
Yeah. Let him get pissed after he hears us. You know, at least nobody said he was whipped. Oh, wait, there, we did it.
Oh, no, you did it. I did it. I'm not getting in no trouble. That's my boss. I can't get fired.
I heard Eddie go.
I'm like, look, I stopped you. Look, only thing that whipped around is like, I'll whip back to look at you and be like, wait, don't say we. That's my boss. I can't get fired.
Oh, shit. Eddie, what have you been playing?
What have I actually been playing? I still gotta get that micro SD card. I forgot to get that. But Rabbids and Mario Kingdom Battle. Played a little bit of that. Picked up Monster World Stories, so I'm gonna be starting that soon. Metroid, Samus Returns. Yes, I'm still playing that again. I got. Can I tell you? Because I got sidetracked. I started playing Halo 5, and good night, that game is gorgeous. That game is. I'm like, even with this problems that people have, because I don't worry about the story with Halo 5. The cutscenes are just beautiful. The guns are better than, like, Halo 5 is better than anything in Destiny and Destiny 2 combined.
That's not hard.
Like they could literally take the cutscenes from Halo 5 and like put it into a movie, and I'll be like, that might be one of the best animated movies Microsoft ever released. Like, it looks really good. Having a fun time with it. It is kind of long because the battles are long. You know, instead of having like your battle be almost like 5 to 7 minutes and it being stretched out like 4 or 5 parts. Some of it's just like a whole bunch of wave of enemies are coming out from everywhere. So, you know, you constantly gotta stay on the move. It's like, if you play Titanfall 2, you know you're doing a linear, corridor, like going throughout the level, but it's not as open as Halo 5 is. So, I think I'm halfway done cause I'm on like level 8. And I don't know how many levels I have to go with that game, but just literally enjoying that game. Played a little bit of The Division also. And then I'm going to be starting back, played Nier Automata also, got a little bit for that for PS4. I'm going to be starting Wolfenstein, the World Order,
New World Order?
New World Order, yeah. I'm going to start the expansion and the Wolfenstein game, because I want to get ready for next week, cause I'm picking that up along with Super Mario Odyssey. So, getting that together. And then.
Were you prepping for Evil Within 2 by playing Evil Within this week?
I didn't even buy Evil Within. I forgot to buy that game. Yeah, that and The Witness. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm bad. I'm gonna get The Witness today. I know I told you I was gonna download it Friday and literally forgot because I got stuck playing Halo 5 and I was just like, I was supposed to buy something.
Dude, I want to see you go through The Witness, man. You got to put it up on Twitch. I want to watch you. I want to watch you work that shit out.
But see, that's the problem, Larry. I can't add any more games. I literally put on my tablet like how many games I need to play, And like, I need to get more through PS4 games than my Xbox One. It was like 70.
Get it on PS4.
It was like almost like 56 some games I need to get through on PS4 compared to my Xbox One. And I'm just like, no, I know I finished some of these games. Nope. Cause I've realized that I got those 360 games on it. And then I got the indie games like Geometry Wars and stuff. Like, well, Ikaruga don't count because I already beat it on GameCube. But it's just like, I got that stuff on it, like Blue Dragon and Lost Odyssey that I need to finish. So,
I don't feel bad about not finishing those, considering basically they just came to me free. It's not anything I necessarily had any major interest in, but I have them if I decide to play them. So, I don't count it.
Well, I know Blue Dragon I have to go out and buy, but I bought it cheap for used at like GameStop.
Why do you gotta buy Blue Dragon, dude? Didn't you get it when they gave it away free?
No. Because they didn't, when they gave it away free, I had already bought it because they didn't have it where it was, downloadable, like Lost Odyssey was, where you didn't need the disc. I had bought Blue Dragon and then that, like maybe a few weeks after I bought it, that's when they, allowed it to be free. So.
No.
So that's why I didn't get it. I didn't download it. I was just like, oh, dang it. But yeah, that's what I have definitely been playing. That's what I've been.
All right, so confirmed this week then you're going to be streaming some Witness for everyone to watch.
I'll try. Cause I also got to get Cuphead. I forgot, I still need to, get that. I need to get the Lost Legacy and Horizons DLC.
I was all jazzed up and ready to get Cuphead, and then I pumped the brakes on it because I saw them post that they are saying that they have plans for a limited edition physical release. So I'm like, yeah, nope, not even going to touch that then, because I am not going to double dip that one if I know it's coming ahead of time. I will fucking wait.
Well, I think they was waiting for, when we were probably talking just about the news, they probably was waiting for how it was going to do first, for them to even do physical.
Either way. I'm glad I didn't jump on it day one just for that simple fact, not to mention I don't need it immediately just because I'm still working on a bunch of other stuff, which I didn't get to play nearly as much this week as I had previously, but I did get to play a couple things. I actually finished something front to back this week. I played through Gone Home.
Did I say that I went to Go Home last week?
I think we talked about it because it was part of Games Unfold. But actually, I played it all front to back, and I felt disappointed.
See?
I felt let down.
And that's why I think I said, like, I wouldn't have paid, like, the $20 or whatever price they was charging for that game.
Yeah. No, I'm glad I didn't pay $20 for it. There's some parts in there that weren't bad. Other parts felt like they could have been better fleshed out. It just, I don't know. Maybe it was just I wasn't in the right headspace for it. It's entirely possible, but it just, really you can rip through that game in like 2 minutes if you know exactly what you're doing. No shit.
Right.
Like there's an achievement for beating that game in like 60 seconds. But, I mean, just wandering my way through though, I think part of it had to do with the fact that like for the first half of the time that I was playing it for like an hour and a half or so, the brightness setting just was too fucking dark. And the only reason I realized it is because I was streaming it and I was watching the stream on my laptop. So I could like see shit better on my laptop than I could on my fucking TV. So I'm like, wait a minute, let's check some settings here. Because like the rooms without the lights on just seemed way too fucking dark to be practical. I'm like, this is bullshit, and it just felt like bad design. And then I'm looking at it on my laptop, I'm like, wait a minute, why the fuck can I see everything on my laptop? Oh, brightness setting.
This is a crazy thing about Going Home, though. How much pizza are they going to eat in that household? Like, is anyone cooking?
Right. Yeah, empty fucking pizza boxes everywhere. And why does anything in it that has anything to do with sex always result in ew and gross? It's like, really? Considering the whole crux of the story, you would think that's not an ew gross thing, but whatever. So, but I won't call it a walking simulator because it's not quite right, but it's not super compelling. It wasn't super compelling to me. I hit a point where I'm like, this is fucking annoying because I feel like I've been everywhere and I can't really mark where I've been. And it's impossible to fucking keep track of shit in my head. There's just too much of it. And it really makes you drag the story out of it.
Right.
And there's something to be said for, only getting as much out of it as you want. But in something like this where that's all there is, don't make me dig for it, you asshole. Just put it out there. Give me your story. And then I'll decide if it's a good story. And the story's not horrific. It's just, it shouldn't feel like pulling teeth to get the story out of that game. And that's what bothered me. But that being said, I played it. It's free this month, Games with Gold. So there you go. It's not like you're out anything really other than maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours of your time.
Yeah.
And for the love of God, turn the brightness settings up. Anyways, other than that, I dabbled a little more with Oxenfree, and for the life of me, and I think, again, it really just comes to the fact that I have just not been in the right headspace for it. I couldn't bring myself to sit and play a whole lot of it. And I want to. Every time I sit down to it, I'm like, not right now. Later. I did play more Golf Story, though. God, I love Golf Story. I seriously cannot get enough of this game. It's grown on me so hard.
Yeah, a lot of people are really liking it, and it seemed that the sales for it were really good.
It's cute, it's adorable, it's fun. It's not quite perfect in its play mechanics, but it's just odd enough that it feels like something old school, janky. Like just a little bit, just enough to be cute. And not enough to feel like you're getting constantly screwed.
Yeah. But
the mini golf course, though, was bullshit. That was fucking horse shit. But aside from that, it's a lot of fun. It really is. Totally worth the $15.
I know when I go and get my memory card, I do want to get Yono and the Celestial Elephant.
Mm-hmm. It looked excellent.
Yeah.
I remember when we were talking about that when they were showing that at the Nindies showcase months ago.
Yeah, it's out, and I just now seen the review, and I'm just like, oh, I'm not even mad at the score that it's getting. It looks up my alley of a game that I want to play, so I'm definitely going to get that. And it's only 1 gig, so that's why I was just like, yeah, I need a memory card for this.
Yeah, it's that kind of isometric thing, and it looks super cute and adorable.
Dude, I should have bought Cave Story at Target. It's like $25 on sale.
Yeah, seriously, go back and get that like right now.
Yeah, I have to do it tomorrow.
Definitely get that. Because they've thrown a couple of free updates in there that make it even better.
Yeah. I'll be like, that's one down. 28 more to go. For physical. Like, I kind of want like all the physical games. Troll and I might skip though, because
which one?
Troll and I.
Yeah, it looked like it had some promise and then just didn't deliver.
Yeah. I think if it goes to $19.99, then I'll pick it up, or $14.98 or something, some kind of clearance price.
So,
but like everything else, I kind of want.
Yeah, there's Nicholas has done so much too. You've got oh god damn it! With the Tiny Barbarian just came out, and then Night Terror is coming here in the next week or so. Enda's Nye is coming up. You've got the new Meat Boy coming out. Holy shit! Like Nicholas is like the Atlas for Switch
for American indie games.
Yeah, Like, no shit.
But it's
Nicholas is to American indie what Atlas is to JRPG.
But you know what? Nicholas feels like, I don't know, for some reason I just feel like their business has just like changed. You know, they went headstrong with Nintendo, and it looks like their business just been making like perfect sense with Nintendo. Like, you know, they just been making money and profit off of Nintendo systems, because Nicholas hasn't put nothing on PlayStation or Xbox, and that's huge.
Well, Switch is made for this perfect little indie machine. You know, it seems like there's just a deluge of indie games coming out, and it feels like it just turned into the perfect storm, where it's a case of there's the exact right crowd and number of people on the Switch to help pick out the ones that are worthwhile and help the cream rise to the top, rather than feeling like you're alone and trying to figure out, you know, through all the stuff that's out there, what is and is not worth your money and time.
Yes, that is true.
And that makes a big difference when there's a solid community to help with that. You know, it's kind of like if, say for example, all this shit was coming, you know, but there was half the people playing on Switch, then, and that half that was left is not all that active in terms of community-wise,
yes,
then it suddenly becomes a whole lot harder to make your way through everything that's out on Switch right now to figure out what you should and should not spend your money on, or what, you know, what would be worth your time and money. And then at that point, it becomes frustrating, and you put it down and you go, fuck this shit. There might be a ton of great stuff on here, but I'm not risking all my time and money to figure out what it is.
Yeah. And I think...
So that community, I think, has made a big difference for the Switch.
I think and
as a result, it's made it safer for indies to put their stuff out, because if it's quality, then it will get the attention it deserves.
Well, I think that is making Switch popular. You know, we'll still get I guess soon we'll probably start seeing, hopefully we see more more physical copies come out for games for like third party. But the $10 Nintendo tax, you know, people will sacrifice, will just pay it so they can have a physical copy of an indie game, if they could get some good box art. And if they throw in a trinket or two, that's cool also. But if they throw it, like, I still think that
that's another big thing that Nicholas has been doing right, is that they treat their physical releases as little retro treasures. I mean, you get pretty little art books that are made to look like miniature Nintendo manuals and gorgeous case art, and they slip in a few extras here and there, like keychains and soundtracks and stickers and shit.
You know what? I would actually pay...
It's like opening a cereal box when you were a kid, because you know there's going to be a prize inside.
Right. And I would actually pay $15, like, just additional. Like, if the base game is $19.99, or let's just say $19.99 for additional, and they add $15 more, so it's like, what, 30, that'd be like 35, or if they make it to the straight $40 price, and they add the instruction booklet without even no trinkets or something, I would buy that game, because I'm just like, yeah, I want the instruction booklet for this, because you guys not only could put in custom made art, it'll be something that I think it would be for us adults like almost a throwback on how we receive games. And for the collector, or even kids of now who would get it, would just be like, yeah, my dad or my mom, when they played games, they showed us, they had instruction booklets and why it means something. So I want to do the same thing like my mom and dad do and collect that. Like, I'll be down for that. And I think it's good. I think it's good that with indie developers that they make enough sales to be able to do a physical copy of games. Some people would just be like, okay, I'll wait till the physical come out, and that's good too. That's still good business for them.
You know, I know we're getting a final round of amiibos for Shovel Knight when King Knight comes out.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm really curious as to, because, when we had them on several months ago, they said that once all the DLC content was out, they'd look at doing, physical copy stuff for Switch and everything else. And it really makes me wonder what, if anything, they're going to pack into that physical copy for Treasure Trove for like Switch. Do we get the nice manual and a couple of other odds and ends, or is it just going to be the bare bones standard like everything else is, where it's here's a case and a cartridge and go away?
I feel soundtrack in. They're probably updated with the soundtrack.
I feel like they have enough love that they would do more than just the bare bones. At the very least, a nice little retro style soundtrack or manual a la Nicholas, what they've been doing. I'm curious to see for sure, since obviously they haven't really talked about it.
I would say I would love a 20-page instruction booklet.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and kind of have
sweet artwork.
Sweet artwork, have notes, note section, kind of break down how their journey started, how like Shovel Knight really started, and then like have a story in it. They did it with
you and 3DS.
Oh, see, and
those had the manuals in them.
Well, do that for a Switch.
Yeah.
I would
love
that. At that
point, it's basically already written. You just got to miniaturize it.
Right. And then probably have, if they want to do a keychain, that's fine. Or even, I say, like, when they have Puyo Tetris, like, have that box that it comes in, put a mini map in it. Like a character map where, it's a artwork of all the characters on it. Like, that would be cool.
So, but yeah, anyways. I think what else has been. Oh yeah. By the time this comes out, if you've got Games with Gold, the other one that I'm actually really jones for this month, Turing Test, should be available on Games with Gold as well too. So I'm itching to kind of get my hands sink into that one a little bit. I'm hoping that one holds up better to my expectation than Gone Home did. I can't say that Oxenfree has disappointed me. I just haven't been able to get myself in the right mood to play it, which I feel a little bad about, because I am excited to play it. I need to be in that right mood. It's a super talky game. So, and at like 2 a.m, when I'm trying to basically just play something until I'm exhausted to falling asleep, it's not the right time to try and follow that game. So, I mean, technically I could probably just let most of the conversations play themselves. That's an option, but I really want to actually engage that game.
I might restart it from the beginning.
Yeah, I'm not super far in, so it's not a hard thing for me to do.
Yeah.
Sacrificing out a half hour's worth of progress. I am thinking, though, that given the season, I probably should actually dig back into Evil Within, and I may end up having to start that over again, as much as I don't want to, because I know the beginning of that was a pain in the ass. But it's been so long since I've started it. I really do want to finish it, just to, because the second one looks so good, and I don't want to dig into it blind. I really do want to do my due diligence. So I may spend some time with Evil Within this week. Actually, I should have some time on Tuesday to at least play a couple of things for a little while. I may even stream a little bit of Evil Within this week, just to dig in a little deeper, see what comes of it.
It's really good. It seems that the sales for the game has been well received. A lot of people are feeling very positive about it.
I know Sterling said he was a whole lot happier with the second one than he was the first.
Yeah, I know.
And that's somebody that I would listen to when it comes to this kind of thing, because the whole survival horror thing is pretty much his jam. That's his cup of tea.
I didn't read Game Informer's review. I do want to read it, but it says like even though part 2 is really good, for some reason it loses its way. Like it doesn't have something about it doesn't stand out. with it losing this way. So I kind of just want to read it, but everybody has been enjoying it. I know the developers have been really proud, cause they've been showing pictures on Twitter that, their game is out, and they've been, celebrating that the game is out, and people are really happy about it. So, I'm waiting for it. Because like you, I do want to go through 1, before I jump into 2. But yeah, like, I don't have any horror games besides Wolfenstein just yet to get into. Cause I want to play a horror game when it gets to Halloween.
Halloween's a great time to revisit Dead Space.
Well, I got that on Xbox One, so I know I need to revisit that. Nintendo, why couldn't you just, have your GameCube stuff set up so I can play Eternal Darkness?
I have the feeling that if they ever do finally get GameCube VC going, that's one of those that's going to be locked in some retarded, copyright trademark issue, rights mess.
Not really.
I don't know. I've got a sinking feeling.
No, but Nintendo owns it.
Yeah. I don't know. It's that whole thing with Silicon Knights, though. It just makes me feel uneasy that that's going to be one they just go, nope, not touching it.
No, Nintendo wanted to put a remaster version of Eternal Darkness. They can. So, Silicon Knights have no rights to it.
That's one though that I would like to see that updated.
But then who do you get? Like who would do the
Like I don't need the mechanics or controls changed. I just need it visually updated because it looks rough.
You might disagree with me about this, but I think if I was Nintendo, maybe pull Remedy to the side and give them a holler. I think Remedy would do a great job redoing Eternal Darkness graphically and gameplay wise, because of Alan Wake and Quantum Break. I just think Remedy would be a good fitting for it.
I could see it. I could get behind that.
Yeah. Like if you're going to use American developer again, because I want to do Tecmo Koei because they got the Fatal Frame series and Nintendo has stake in that.
Yeah, but
and don't get me wrong, Konami.
It's a distinctly different feel, though.
Right.
Going from American horror to Japanese horror.
Right, because Japanese horror is mostly ghost, that kind of spiritual suspension of a thriller. Where America, I think we could go more, kind of more horrorish, but have our own take on it. And even though Eternal Darkness is a very psychological thriller, I think Remedy would do a good job. Definitely what they did with Alan Wake. So they know how to make a psychological thriller in a game. So I think Eternal Darkness being made by Remedy, I'm down for that. I would love to see that.
Get behind that. Maybe that's something you and I should do this week too, is since you've got that sitting in your backlog to be played. Maybe one of these nights we find a time we can both sit down and we'll do some race through Dead Space.
Oh yeah, I'm cool with that. You got it on one? Oh no, you got the 360 copy, right?
Yeah, but it's backwards compatible, so all you gotta do is pop my copy in. So,
yeah, but I didn't know if you bought it digitally. That's why, because I bought it.
No, I've got a hard copy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, I bought it digitally, and I didn't know if you had it digitally too. But yeah,
you've actually played all the way through it before, though, haven't you?
I've never played Dead Space.
Really?
Yeah, I got Dead Space. I got Dead Space 3. I played 2 hours.
Now I don't feel right, like,
Well, no,
offering to
but
race
you-
through Dead Space
No,
with you.
we can still do it because Dead Space didn't like something about it didn't entertain me. And when it came out, I didn't have a 360 or PlayStation 3
Dead
at that
Space
time.
is like the horror version of Metroid Prime.
I guess. Yeah, by the time I got my PS3, when Dead Space actually came out, I think I was quicker to go to BioShock than Dead Space. And I just never went to there because then that's when I started having the war with BioWare. Even though BioShock is not BioWare. But me and my friend were just like, I just can't do BioWare's games. J Empire is the only good game. But that Star Wars game.
I won't
Nice of the Old
disagree with
Republic.
that, actually.
That Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic is garbage. Garbage. And
I'm not a
for
super
all you
big
listeners,
Star Wars fan either, so
and all
it
you
just didn't
listeners,
matter to me.
before you start throwing shade and hate and everything about that, I still have the original copy for Xbox. So when it becomes Xbox compatible, backwards compatible, I'll play it. But I'm gonna tell you right now, the first hour and a half of that game is garbage.
You know, Jade Empire actually almost lost me. I was about an hour deep into Jade Empire, and I was just about ready to go, you know what? It's been an hour, and I'm just not digging it. I almost put it down, and it finally got me with the hook. I'm like, all right, now we're in. Let's go.
Yeah. J Empire needs to come back also, cause I love J Empire.
I got a hard copy of that sitting up here somewhere too.
Yeah, I do too. Got a copy. I just didn't finish it. I think because of early BioWare games was just so janky to me. But J Empire was an improvement. But after I played that
time too, they were doing something fairly different than what was out there.
Yeah.
They hadn't flooded the market with all things Mass Effect yet.
Well, yeah. And see, it was, and this is the crazy thing because I brought Sonic Chronicles. I brought that for 3DS. No, DS, I'm sorry. And I enjoyed that game. So I was good to go. And so when me and my friend was having our BioWare discussion, and he was just like, you need to play Mass Effect. So I struggled to do Mass Effect, but I love the story of Mass Effect and the characters. And then I hopped into Mass Effect 2 and was just like, this is the best space opera sci-fi story on any console ever made. Now, that doesn't say about Metroid Prime. Because Metroid
Prime's not a space opera.
I know. That's why I was about to say.
Honestly, if there was going to be something in contention, it would have been like Advent Rising. That's more space opera.
Okay, because I was about to separate Metroid Prime because I think Metroid Prime is probably one of that generation's best games of all time. Like the Xbox, PS2, GameCube era, Metroid Prime, if it was on my top 5 list, I think that game would be on it. I mean, that game would definitely be on it because Okami would be on it, Metroid Prime would be on it, Wind Waker HD would be on it. Not Wind Waker HD, I'm sorry. Wind Waker would be on it. Tales of Symphonia would be on it. And then Final Fantasy 12 would be on it. Yeah.
So, other news, because we kind of really derailed. A fairly large acquisition came up this week. IGN bought up the Humble Group. Did you catch that?
Yeah, everybody's been talking about it.
Yep.
Some people are confused by it. Some people are wondering why. But a lot of people think that in order for Humble, for them to grow, they had to partner with someone big to get more distribution. And I find it okay. I think that's a good thing. And they say that IGN, they're keeping their hands off. So, but I think part of it will also be good for IGN that they got Humble Bundle. Just like if you guys want extra discounts and you're a Prime member, like, do some kind of Prime benefits attached to it, I think people will sign up for it.
I'd really like to see Humble start doing more console stuff again. They've done 1 or 2 console bundles before, and I was really happy with it. And there just haven't been any since then, and that kind of makes me sad.
The Nintendo Humble Bundles are just amazing, dude. And I love how
bring that shit back. Come on.
Yes, because I love how it's set up. Like, if you pay this much, these are the games you get. But if you are willing to pay more, we're willing to give you more. And if you want to pay the ultimate plus some, these are the games that you would get. Now, it just sucks that that most of the games that they put out, most of us own. But if you don't own it, that's a really, really good deal.
Switch right now would be a great opportunity for that because there's so much indie content.
Yes. You know what? I would say Black Friday. Literally Black Friday. Give us that Nintendo Humble Bundle that Thursday, because people are going to be wanting to play games while they're on the road or while they're shopping. So why not do it while the turkey is cooking or wherever people celebrate for Thanksgiving?
So, in any case, but yeah, so that was a reasonably sizable piece of news that neither company really said much of anything about either. The news went out there, and neither Humble or IGN said, "Here's what's going on. Here's what we're doing." They just kind of let the news slip out and then stayed real quiet about it, which is kind of odd. And I reached out to our contact at IGN to see if I get them to talk about it anymore, and have not heard back. But so at the moment, no comment stands. But we'll see if maybe we get a little more throughout the week. Because I feel like they can't sit real long and say nothing about it. So
I need to tweet Pierre Schneider. I wonder. I gotta see what German beer he recommends. I kind of want to try a German beer.
Pick one. Just go.
Well, he's the expert, so that's why I'll hit him up. But I don't know if you got another news story ready to go.
No, that covers most of the interesting stuff.
Capcom is like shutting down the online servers for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Like, the game haven't even been out for a month and they're shutting it down. I'm like, hold on, this is a fighting game. You can't shut down the online servers like that.
Apparently they can.
I'm just like, wait. I think this may be the first time a game, an online server, has been shut down that quick from a new release.
I think it's a shame because I think there are some people that spent money on that are going to be rightfully pissed off. I know I would be more than a little hot if I dropped, $40, $50, $60 on a brand new fighting game, jazzed to play it online. And all of a sudden, my online that I was promised is gone.
Well,
that's fucking horseshit.
Well, I don't know what's going on with a lot of third parties, because they haven't been sending out a lot of games to a lot of companies, a lot of stores. Like maybe Best Buy, GameStop, and Target get them. But some games are not even showing up at they're probably showing up at Costco, but Myers, up in Wisconsin, like some of those games haven't came out. I'm like, did they send y'all a copy? And it was just like, no, we haven't. Because we didn't even get the Evil Within 2 at my job. We didn't get Marvel vs.
Really?
Yeah, we didn't get any of that. We haven't got a restock of like Madden 18. And it's just like, what the world is going on? Why third parties not sending us games that, Shadow of War. So, they sent us pre-orders for that game. Okay, no one pre-ordered the game. Understandable. They didn't even ship us the game at all.
And
I'm like, wait, how are you going to ship us pre-orders and not ship the game at all? Like, even if you ship us like 2 copies per system.
Your company may be having some buying issues at the moment, though.
We've heavily been getting a lot of stuff for Christmas from a lot of companies. Video game companies, though, besides Nintendo, I can understand. But for like other third party, I think the last big game that we got was NBA 2K18.
Huh.
Yeah, because our rabbits and our Rayman Legends, they sold out, but we got those like they restocked that like quickly. And some of the 3DS games, for like the 3DS, the Mario and Luigi Superstar remaster or remake or whatever.
Yeah.
That one we didn't get a physical copy, and I wonder I'm like, is there a physical copy for this game or is it only digital? Because I'm like, I don't see this anywhere.
Well, considering what's going on, though, like I said, you guys may have some buying problems,
which they are
at least
working
temporarily.
out. Yeah, but our video game section is a booming business. Like, definitely for Nintendo, they keep us like well stocked. I mean, they're having stock issues probably right now because of the Super NES Mini, and still trying to get out more Switches and stuff. But they're usually, when a new release comes out, we'll get it. Like, probably by the time we get Super Mario Odyssey, we'll have like 26 copies of Odyssey.
I'm gonna laugh if Odyssey comes out and y'all don't get any.
Oh, I would be upset. I would literally be upset. I'd be like, oh no, you're not about to send us 1,000 of Splatoon toys and then we don't get an Odyssey.
Oh, I'm gonna laugh so hard.
I already got money waiting for it. I already got money waiting for Odyssey. Cause I still gotta pick up when Wolfenstein 2, yeah, that Friday's gonna be so ridiculous. Like, within 2 weeks, I'm buying 3 games. Cause,
you could always just wait for Wolfenstein on Switch.
I'm double dipping for that. I'm getting it on Switch.
I'm not gonna double dip on that.
I am. You know what? I need to, this is just me, because I gotta get it for PS4, because I have Wolfenstein, I have the Wolfenstein one on PS4, so I want to make sure that collection is together. And then I'm double dipping it on Switch because I want to show Bethesda that support that we want more games and stuff like this to come to Switch. So,
yeah.
I mean, that's the only reason why I'll double dip for it. But yeah, like Odyssey, that's a must. That's just a given. And then this coming Friday, I'll be picking up the Fire Emblem Legacy Collection. So.
Oh, well, anything else you want to cover?
No, not really at this time.
It's been kind of a quiet news week anyways. Plus we were covering less than we normally do since we were a little late last week.
Yeah. It's just been mostly like Nintendo, just like all over, pretty much, with new game announcements coming out, more indie titles coming out. Someone made a picture that they want, someone put a picture of Cuphead coming to Switch, and then someone did a fake GIF of Panzer Dragoon Zooey, or Panzer Dragoon coming to Panzer Dragoon Saga, I think, also coming to Switch.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. Just what'd you think of that announcement about Bayonetta 3?
I think we won't see that till later.
Anyways, all right. Well, in that case, Eddie, I'm going to let you go. Guys, thank you so much for jumping back in with us. I also want to say a big thank you and a big welcome to those that are joining us for the first time. I know that we've been picking up some new listeners recently, so I want to say thank you and welcome aboard. Welcome to the shit show. In any case, that being said, find us at our home on shoutengine.com. Subscribe to us and check us out on iTunes. We appreciate those reviews and ratings. And Google Play Music. Hit us up on the YouTube page on NGR Radio's YouTube page, and like and follow us on Facebook and Twitter and Twitch. And yeah, I think we covered it.
You guys can follow me on Twitter at @RetroCode. Hear my podcast, Optional Opinion, on SoundCloud. The new season will be starting up this week. And also check me out on a podcast called X to Jump with J.R. Oliver and Ryder Sweat. I did their show last week, so that episode is up on SoundCloud and I think Google Play also. But you guys can check it out. It's a PlayStation podcast, and we had such a great time. I told them about World 1-1 and blew their minds when I told them that we spoke to Pierre Schneider. He's like, what? I'm like, yeah. So you guys check their podcast out. They're really good. They're just starting out new too. So yeah.
Right on. All right. Well, everybody, have a good night, and we'll see you back next week. Peace.
Bye, everybody.